Hi, I'm David, and I'm back with Magic ManaStrike. Today, I'm going to be doing the Open Draft Special Event, so let's get right into it. Alright, using our free admission. And let's go. So, remember that draft, you pick a different hero, or a different planeswalker, and a different set of 4 cards in every single game. So I personally find draft very interesting. I think I'm going to go with Vivien because she's pretty fun to play and relatively powerful. I would take Will Rowan here as well. Alright, the slime, and give my opponent the barracks or give my opponent a blinding mage. Actually, level 1 blinding mage is not very strong. And splits into 2 units upon death. Alright, I'm gonna give my opponent the barracks. The blinding mage isn't very healthy, but it's it can still do a lot of damage. I think that the walking ballista is a dangerous one to give to my opponent, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm definitely gonna give my opponent this Path to Exile. Take the Ratchet Bomb's too good. And then I don't want to take Giant Growth, so I'll go with set 2 here, even though giving my opponent Tailless Paladin is pretty strong. So I have given my Ajani opponent some very strong cards here. Barracks is okay, Tailless Paladin's pretty good. And they gave me a Hornet's Nest, which isn't great. So this game might be a struggle. Dang, I need to be better about placing the buildings quickly. Okay, so yeah, this is Vengevine. I'm trying to make sure that I use my cards efficiently. Yeah, so I should survive this group here, and because Vivien is ranged, she hasn't taken any damage. The Hornet's Nest did get completely taken out, but that's okay. I don't really care about the Hornet's Nest. Hornet's Nest would be really good against this dwarf thing. Oh, I think I messed up Nissa's, yeah, I definitely did mess up her range. But the fact that my opponent gave me a Howling Golem is really good for me. Rolling Slime should take out these little guys. Okay, it doesn't completely, but it does a lot. And Vivien cleans it up. So I could play another card here, but I'd rather save my 3 mana to defend against my opponent's next push. I'm pretty sure they have a third Ajani available. Hornet's Nest is probably going to be good here. Let's get the Paladin attacking the Howling Golem, and then hopefully the Hornets themselves do some air damage. I really haven't played Vengevine, and I'm out of mana, so this is going pretty poorly for me. Yeah, so I lost that tower. Alright, I'm extremely on the back foot here. My opponent is going to have another Planeswalker eventually. They're doing a lot of damage to my main Guardian, and I don't particularly have the time to go for the sub-Guardian that I need to win this game. Vengevine should be pretty clutch here. I think it might actually win me, or at least bring me to a tie. Yep, so my strategy is probably to Vengevine the next tower, the next sub-Guardian. Alright. Yeah, so I need Vivien to defend here. My opponent is trying to win the game by going for the main Guardian. And I think that if I can stop this push, So Ratchet Bomb's going to be pretty important here. Then we will at least tie the game, because we're in sudden death mode right now. And I don't think I can Vengevine the tower enough to... Let's just try. So I'm playing the cheapest cards I have in order to summon Vengevine over and over. Alright, never mind. Now I'm trying to survive for 19 seconds. Howling Golem is the best option for that. Rolling Slime should be okay. Oh my gosh, he can totally win this in 6 seconds. Wow. So that was really close. I mean, look at all those units that my opponent was able to summon. Right in front of my Sub-Guardian there. Wow. I probably could have been less reactive. Less immediately reactive. If I had planned out my game plan, I might have been able to more appropriately be prepared for pushes like that. But I guess I'm happy with the draw, because I was going to lose. I mean, that was so bad that I really should have lost that game. Especially because they made 2 pushes that got all the way to the main Guardian. If they had concentrated that on the Sub-Guardian, they would have won the game. Okay, I like Koth. I'm familiar with Koth, but I think I'm going to play Teferi because he's new and he's fun. Okay, so take Howling Golem, give Core Entangler, or just trade Ratchet Bomb for Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb isn't actually that good at level 1. Howling Golem only attacks buildings, but I don't want to give my opponent a Core Entangler. So I'm going to go with Ratchet Bomb. It doesn't actually deal too much damage at level 1. 8 is a lot for the Kraken, and I can make better use of the barracks than my opponent can. Waygate, I don't really have good stuff for Waygate yet, but giving them Path of Exile is good. However, this trade-off is not so great. I'm going to take set 1, though. Shoot. I had to make a snap decision there because I took too long, but I think I should have taken the other set because I don't have a lot that can deal with air units. So the Griffin might be better. Okay, so my opponent actually gave me a Griffin. I wonder if you can have 2 Griffins. To copy the same card. Oh my gosh, they gave me a Sea Barracks as well. And my opponent has a Tailless Paladin. Alright, I think this is going to go pretty well. Oh, I do have the Enclave Elite to damage air units. And so I have Path of Exile, or Path to Exile ready in case something is played. I don't think it can exile building. Alright, so this should get a Johnny. It did not, so I'm a little confused there. I should actually probably be playing the normal barracks in front of my Sub-Guardian. And I don't think you can play buildings on the other side of the battlefield. That would be way too OP. But Tailless Paladin here is just destroying. I could actually probably bring this commitment all the way to a 3-0 win if I wanted to. I don't particularly want to. I'll just live with a second Sub-Guardian, unless, of course, all of these little units win it for me. So I didn't even have to commit anything else. I think my opponent gave up. Feels like they stopped playing units. So yeah, I mean, Teferi with 2 buildings is oppressive. In draft, I mean, Teferi with 2 buildings on ladder I don't think is the best Teferi deck, but Teferi with 2 buildings in draft is, like I said, just oppressive. If you're still around, leave a comment. Tell me if you're doing draft, how you're liking draft, if you're succeeding, drawing often, you know, I respond to all the comments, so leave one. I'm going to go with Vivien again here. I think she's just too, the opportunity to play with her is just too valuable, because I'm not buying the magic pass. Take Dawn Ranger and give them Fire String Keeper, or this. Summon skeletons at a cost of 1 per skeleton. I think that the skeletons card is really bad, so I think that's worth it. I would prefer the Dawn Ranger, but the skeletons card is just so bad. Phoenix could be pretty annoying to deal with because of the egg, and the bird isn't so great. Or it's just double Clockwork Beetle. Yeah, I'd rather deal with Clockwork Beetles than the Phoenix. I cannot give my opponent Circle of Pain, so it's set 2. And also Fog sucks. Give my opponent Skull Catapult, which would be very bad for me, or Doomblade. Overrun isn't too great of a card, so giving them the Skull Catapult would be net worse for me. So I didn't have great options here, and in this game I mostly chose what I couldn't handle my opponent getting. Just couldn't give them the very strong cards. So we'll see how it works out. I guess I'll just Ratchet Bomb a tower here, because my opponent's not playing anything. I wonder if Vent Sentinel attacks ranged unit or air units. Let's see. He does not. So these oh wow, I played the Herald of the Pantheon pretty well. I mean, I wish they were damaging the Goblin Artillery, and I'm taking a lot of Goblin Artillery damage right now because of I made the choice to not commit units to it. Wow. So an Inferno Giant next to their own Sub-Guardian is definitely a weird choice. I'm saving up until I can for mana here. And then I'm playing some air units because I don't think either of these creatures can attack air units. So hopefully the Hornets and Clockwork Beetle will just eat up the Planeswalker and... Alright, I guess it's got to be Vengevine for the Goblin Artillery again. The Planeswalker and the Inferno Giant. Alright, so I am really struggling. I lose this Sub-Guardian. The Hellrider's just too good. So I have to figure out how I'm going to win this game in 1 minute. Alright, I'm going to play Vivien. I have not used her yet. I took out Angrath with creatures. But what I didn't do is I didn't take advantage of the fact that I had an extra Vivien. So in order to do that, I kind of need to win this game, take a Sub-Guardian. Alright, I really hope that the Herald of the Pantheon takes out the Clockwork Beetle. It doesn't really, so I am in trouble here. I don't know if in 37 seconds I can deal all 2,000 damage, but Vengevine is going to be my key here. I don't know how my opponent responded last time. I wasn't paying enough attention. Oh, the Clockwork Beetle? Alright, let's play my own Clockwork Beetle. And honestly, I'm just playing anything else that can do tower damage right now. I don't think it's enough, so I really wish that I would have won here. I think I could have if I had been more prudent with actually attacking Sub-Guardians. Instead, I spent the whole game defending, and I never turned that into an attack. So, definitely a lesson. When I had the Planeswalker advantage by not using Nissa to answer Angrath, I should have then played her and turned that into a tower push. But also, I mean, like I said at the beginning, I didn't have the strongest cards. It's okay, it happens in draft. Alright, I think we're going with Vivien. Maybe Netmarble increases the offer rate of Vivien and Teferi. Or just whatever the new Planeswalkers are. Maybe. Alright, do I want to take the overrun and give my opponent Retraction Helix, or just give them Phoenix Nest? Now, I think Phoenix Nest is bad. They'll be able to play it once or twice, but it'll be difficult to defeat when they play it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Phoenix Nest because I like leaving an 8-cost card stuck in their dock. Vampire increases attack speed, but she's not too good, so I'll do that because Haunted Guardian is good. I don't want to give my opponent Hellrider, and High Tide Hermit's pretty bad because it becomes a building when it takes damage, and Vengevine is very good. I don't think I want to give my opponent the tower, so I'll take the set 2, even though giving them Swashbuckler is a bit dangerous. I'm still unsure about that last set there. Vent Sentinel might not be too bad because my main tower damage is going to be Vengevine. Wow, I got Fog, so... Alright, Hadron Scouts should take out the Goblin Artillery for a bit of a mana advantage, letting me play Vengevine. Alright, I think it's a push. They sunk 8 mana into that tower, so alright. I made a very conscious choice here to put a lot of mana and cards into a tower push. It is costing me a lot because also I am now taking tower damage. So I basically let this game go 1-1. And my opponent's Planeswalker is still alive. So, if they are strong enough, they could turn that into a 3-0 win right here with the main Guardian, which they're really trying to do with this Goblin Artillery. But I think that... Oh, shoot. Now I played Fog for no reason. I don't know what card that was that did AoE damage for them. But alright, I'm comfortable letting this turn into a back of my area play. I guess I do need Vivien, which is disappointing. I was hoping to answer this without her. And the Phoenixes are going to take out Vivien, and my opponent's going to get a Phoenix back, I guess. So things aren't great for me. I do need the AoE of the Electrostatic Pummeler, but he's not doing ranged or air damage. So I am going to really struggle with these air units. Vivien might be my only air option. Oh no, I have the Hornets. But the Hornet's Nest isn't a very good generator of air attack units. So my opponent is headed for a main Guardian win. They seem to be trying. They have 2 Phoenix Nests defending their second Sub-Guardian. Of course, I chose to give them the Phoenix Nests. So I think that they're either trying for a tie or a 3-0 win, or a 3-1 win, I guess, is where we're at right now. Maybe I can Vengevine this out. I don't... I know I just played Vengevine, but I don't think that was the right choice. I believe that what I have to do here is just play Hornet's Nest as much as possible to build my own wall of buildings. And then go for a draw. I mean, Fog is basically useless. I played it once, but it didn't do what I needed it to do. So let's Vengevine for board instead of for the Sub-Guardian. Actually, I mean, if you look at the push that I have right now, it is possible that I could take this Sub-Guardian and win the game. I think that's pretty incredible. that was not my plan at all. But similar to the Koth videos, that Vivien deck was able to play so many defensive cards, and none of them died. Like, they all had some damage, but there were so many defensive cards that built up over time as I played them that it turned into an unanswerable push. And I noticed that and committed to it, but that was not the plan. It just happened to be that the cards that my opponent ran and chose to play let me bunch up a large number of defensive units in the same place. Nissa, not Vivien, so I won't take her, but we have Teferi offered, so absolutely. Okay, so do I want Waygate? Probably not, especially that I have to give my opponent Spectral Procession. But the Angel periodically heals nearby allies. I think the Angel's good. Give my opponent the building and take my own Ninja, or take a Soul of Theros. The Soul of Theros is just too expensive. I think I'd rather have Ninja. Give my opponent Soul of Theros this time. Even though it's expensive, it's powerful. I don't think I want to give them too many air units, so I will take the Enclave Elite and assume that I can defeat Soul of Theros when played. This is trash, right? Zombifies an allied creature, whereas the Drol's Messenger is very good. So I'll take set 1. So the zombie spell, it will zombify the creature and stuff, but like, I'm pretty sure I can handle that, especially with the Spectral Procession. So my deck is going to be tower damage based. Oh wow, I even have the Enclave Elite. No, I mean the whatever this is, Airdrop Aeronauts or something. And you can see that Wave Crash Triton is just killing it here with the push on Soul of Theros. I think he zombified Soul of Theros. I think that's what that was. They gave me a Seagate Barracks. I mean, I guess you can't know when an opponent is Teferi, but the fact that my opponent gave me a building is going to be really strong for me. Alright, so there's the second Sorin. I'm prepared to play Teferi here. Sorin tied with very little resistance. I'll play the Airdrop Aeronauts. I have an Ether Squall Ancient too. So actually there is a flying sub-theme here that I don't know that I'll ever be able to pull off, because all the flying units are pretty expensive, 4, 5, and Ether Squall's 5. But I will definitely take advantage of the tower damage of the Ninja and Spectral Procession. I think I'm going to try to Spectral Procession the lower Sub-Guardian here. No, it's too late. By the time they'll summon, it's not going to be worth it, so I'll just take the Ninja damage. To be clear, though, I need to be sure that I don't miss the first Sub-Guardian. I think that's one of the key lessons of just ManaStrike, is that you never can assume that you will have the first Sub-Guardian. I'm actually gonna, once I get up to 10, I'm gonna start the Ether Squall Ancient way in the back, because I have Airdrop Aeronauts ready. I have a Teferi. So Teferi and the building should defend that. Maybe I might commit Wave Crash Triton to the top. I don't have to, so I'm glad that I didn't. And here we go. So this is what I want. I wanted the Angel, and then I'll Spectral Procession for good measure, but this should just be insane. All of the air units that are happening right now. Alright, I'll do it again, I suppose. Ether Squall, Airdrop Aeronauts, Enclave Elite, I guess, just to handle the Soul of Theros. Yeah, I mean, Soul of Theros is still alive. So I'll play Barracks to defend my Sub-Guardian, but Spectral Procession on the main Guardian, because I'm going for a 3-0 win here. I think I have so much damage over there that I'll have it anyway, so I can afford it. If I was in any danger of losing that game or drawing that game, I would not have committed the 3 mana to Spectral Procession. That was a super greedy play. Alright, I don't really mind for my watch time or anything else. This is really for me and for you to watch gameplay and enjoy ManaStrike. But if you are enjoying the content and still around, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. It honestly just makes me feel good. It doesn't do too much objectively, but it does make me happy, so thank you. Yeah, no contest. I'm picking Vivien here. What just happened? Did I not click it in time? Alright, I'm taking Circle of Pain. So I'm a Liliana deck. The skeletons are trash, so I'm taking set 2. I'm taking Skull Catapult because Skull Catapult can answer Drawless Messenger. I'm pretty mad right now. Sylvan Ranger and Dawn Ranger are about the same, so I'll take the one that's more expensive for him, I suppose. I clicked Vivien. You'll probably see it on the video. I clicked Vivien and then I went for Select Planeswalker, and it gave me Liliana. So, guess I just have to play black. Grave Titan, oof. So you don't play Grave Titan near your own tower. Does it only damage towers? No, melee damages enemy ground units. So the Walking Ballista should be a pretty good answer here. I think the goal is going to be to Howling Golem, protecting a Liliana, and then Grave Titan. I have many defensive cards, so yeah, I think I can pull this off. That was a lot of commitment for the Alright, so here, it's gotta be Grave Titan now. It's the closest I'm gonna get to the Sub-Guardian. Oh, jeez. So I'm one Sub-Guardian down. I need Grave Titan to damage this Planeswalker. And then I don't know that I'll get very much tower damage out of it. No, I got stunned. So this is going to be a tough one. Which one are they Vengevining? Alright. I was worried that they would Vengevine the main Guardian. So I am in a lot of trouble here because my strategy didn't work. I need to be using Liliana's ability. Yep, there it is. I'm probably just going to Circle of Pain the Sub-Guardian right now because I need as much damage as I can get. Grave Titan is going to damage my own Sub-Guardian, so it's really dangerous to be playing. Jeez, Liliana just dies so quickly. I'm trying to get out Skull Catapult to protect my Sub-Guardian, especially when Drawless Messenger reawakens. Yeah, I mean, I think the only way I win right here is if I can Circle of Pain and then bring units to the Sub-Guardian. I hope to Doomblade the Dawn Ranger. I do, so that's good. I have to Howling Golem instead of Catapult, and I think that that is going to lose me the game because I can't Catapult defend against the Vengevine. Maybe there were enough units there that I didn't have to Howling Golem, but I don't know. The Skull Catapult died pretty quickly to Vengevine the previous time. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what happened with the misclick of the stylus, I guess. Didn't actually select the Planeswalker. And then it picked a random one for me, but really wish that could have been Nissa instead of Liliana. Oh well. Alright, Teferi. I'm not sad. That was a sad tone. I'm not sad to pick Teferi. I like Teferi. Just sad about the last game. Alright, Icefall Dragon or Tailless Paladin, which one's better for me? Probably the Icefall Dragon. However, the Clockwork Beetle are a bad option to give, worse option than this one to give to him, but let's just take the Icefall Dragon. Kraken's too expensive, but the High Tide Hermit's bad. And the Core Entangler is too good to give to my opponent, so I guess it's going to be set 1. I now have Kraken in my deck. I wonder if I can summon the Kraken in Waygate. Let's do it, because Path to Exile's pretty bad, whereas the Angel's good. I don't want to give my opponent a Haunted Guardian, and actually Hysterical Blindness could help me with Waygate. But now that's a 5-mana combat trick, which means I guess I can't Kraken in the Waygate. Wow, my opponent's given me these Sea Barracks though. Alright, I think I know my plan. It's Waygate, the Soul of Theros. Yeah, I think I misplayed the Kraken. Hopefully it can jump back to the... No, it can't jump back to the Spectral Procession, so Spectral Procession's going to get a lot of damage in on my Sub-Guardian. Yeah, so I think my plan right now is to wait for ManaStrike and then Waygate Soul of Theros with Spectral Procession. Alright, Hysterical Blindness was pretty good, but the Icefall Dragon was actually the key to answering the Planeswalkers there. So this time I have Walking Ballista for Spectral Procession. I don't think I should do that again. He takes a long time to attack. And also I realized that I was saving all of my combo cards for the one moment I planned to play the combo, and that is definitely wrong. They're so good that I should be playing them more often. I'm probably going to wait to Kraken here. I don't want to show my opponent that I have Waygate. Oh man, so I just barely didn't kill the Sub-Guardian. And now I'm going to have a problem answering the Blinding Mage. So I might lose my upper Sub-Guardian here before Blinding Mage can die. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure that... Whoops. That I'll get the lower Sub-Guardian of my opponent, which I did. So at this point, I am saving up my combo pieces for the eventual combo that I want to play. However, unless Teferi dies, yeah, so now I can play a Teferi back here. I do have to Spectral Procession the Blinding Mages, but that's not the worst thing, I guess. My opponent went for the main Guardian, which I'm pretty sure was a mistake. Alright, I mean, maybe not. Yikes. Yeah, they did do a lot of damage, but notice that if they had concentrated all that damage on the Sub-Guardian, I would have lost by now. Alright, so here it is. I'm Waygating. I'm Spectral Processioning. I'm Soul of Therosing. And I'm Walking Ballistaing, for good measure. And then I'm ready to play Hysterical Blindness on whatever he uses to respond. Now Teferi's there, so I don't have to play another Waygate to summon units by the Sub-Guardian. And that's game. Wow. My opponent really should have gone for my Sub-Guardian. I could not have defended the Sub-Guardian and dealt all that damage to my opponent's Sub-Guardian. So, they definitely made the mistake there, but I had a pretty bad deck there. Yeah, with 2 combat trick spells that don't actually affect the board that much. And I only played Waygate once in the entire game. That deck was pretty bad, and I'm pretty surprised that I was able to actually pull off that combo for the win when my opponent could have just won the game much earlier if they had played better. I'm thinking of taking Will and Rowan, but I'm not very familiar or skilled with them. So I'm going to take Koth instead. Just because I think I'm already at 2 losses, so I don't want to go out. Force them to have either Squall, or give them the Walking Ballista. The Electrostatic Pummeler is pretty good, but the Clockwork Beetle can answer the Aether Squall Ancient, so I think I'm going to do that. I just have to be careful not to give them too many flying units, like the Sphinx. Horrible card for me to give my opponent, so it has to be set 2, and also I don't like the Phoenix Nest enough. Give both of us Shivan Dragons after I gave my opponent an Aether Squall, or give us both Phoenixes. I think it has to be Phoenixes. I mean, if they get out a Shivan Dragon plus Aether Squall, it'll be over. And I don't really want to give them Swashbuckler, but I'd rather have Haunted Guardian than Goblin Artillery, so it is what it is. Also, Howling Golem for that last pick would have been pretty bad as well. For me to answer. So I think both choices were equally bad. I have given my opponent some very strong cards, and presumably they've drafted 1 or 2 excellent cards of their own. They gave me Comet Storm and Inferno Giant. So they didn't give me very much. I guess I'm going to be the aggressor here. With Koth, though, I can answer flying units. So, oh boy, alright, this is already looking horrible. My opponent has the Planeswalker out. I am dealing with air units, so I can't answer the Planeswalker. Howling Golem isn't going to be that answer. And I need to kill the... oh man, Rowan does air damage. I lose this game. I have no mana. I mean... yeah, thanks, Draco Lord. I don't know what I can possibly do here. They're going to attack the upper Subguardian next. They should attack the upper Subguardian next, but to be fair, they might just go for the 3-0 win, given how quickly they have already taken a Subguardian. Maybe Howling Golem wasn't the right choice. Alright, I guess I'm playing an Inferno Giant because he does AoE damage here. But he's not that great. He's tough to kill, but look at that. He didn't even harm the Planeswalker. And Koth is dead. So, and there's the other Planeswalker. Oh my gosh. So this is why I picked Clockwork Beetle, right, for this specific instance. They have to kill the Aether Squall Ancient. I think Koth is going to die quickly to Rowan here. I guess he doesn't, so that's something. Hopefully the units here will attack the Howling Golem. I probably should have saved up for Inferno Giant, because I think the only way that I take this Subguardian is with an Inferno Giant. I haven't even dealt any damage to it, so this is totally game over. Like I said from basically the beginning. The Inferno Giant's just out of there from Rowan's ability, so maybe I should have picked the Twins. Gosh, this is just so unanswerable. I mean, look at all the units that still exist right now, and what do I have? I have a Howling Golem and a Haunted Guardian. I have nothing AoE left. They have another Planeswalker, so they're... And I have dealt literally 0 damage to either Subguardian this game. So I think I tried my best. I mean, I threw everything I had at the first push and couldn't do it. And then I tried to defend the rest of the game, and not even tried to defend. I tried to get any tower damage the rest of the game. and couldn't do it. So that ends with me being 4-3. Pretty typical for me, and honestly the average is a 3 or maybe like a 2.7. So typical run, typical for me, average. The losses felt pretty bad, but I guess I did get 2 draw games out of it, so that's a little more content for you. If you stuck around for the whole thing, thank you. Be sure to give the video a like, and I've already asked you to subscribe to the channel, so hopefully you've done that already. Look forward to the next ranked play video, where I will be taking my constructed Koth deck to the ladder with modifications. So I'll be describing those first. I appreciate you, and thanks for watching.